Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to NUUO webinar. My name is Evan. Today, I would like to introduce you networking basics of surveillance update. And I will take around 20 minutes to introduce, and after 5 minutes break, we will have 10 minutes for the Q&A. To ensure the quality of the webinar, I will mute everyone from now. So if you have any questions, please type in the question window. So here is today's agenda. We have 3 topics for this webinar. First is how to find my NVR, and the second is dual range scenario. The third is the difference between the DNS and the DDNS. And after finish these 3 topics, we will have 10 minutes Q&A section at the end. Okay, first is how to find my NVR. Okay, user may find the NVR by installation wizard. The installation wizard is included in the NUUO application. So user needs to download the application from the NUUO website first and install it. Then we can find the installation wizard in the Windows Start program list. Okay, for example, go to the NUUO website, go to the download page, and you can select which product you want and click. You can find they have application download link in this website page. Okay, then after install it, you can find in the Windows Start and the program list. Okay, there has limitation of installation wizard that if you want to search NVR mini series, you must to use NVR mini installation wizard. So only the NVR mini installation wizard can find the NVR mini. If your NVR is NVR mini 2, NVR solo, and the Titan NVR, that you can use one of installation wizard to find this NVR. Okay, sorry. Okay, now back to PowerPoint. Okay, if you are use NVR is NVR Mini 2, NVR Solo, and the Titan NVR, that you can use one of installation wizard to find this NVR. Regarding to the Crystal Titan NVR installation wizard, if you are using the installation wizard version 2.0, that will only can find the Crystal 2.0 devices. It means if you are using Crystal Titan NVR installation wizard version 2.0, you will cannot find a 2.1 version. So if you want to search the Crystal 2.1 devices, you must upgrade installation wizard to the 2.1 version to find your Crystal 2.1 device. Okay, how to find my NVR? When user opens the installation wizard, user need to select Express Mode and Advanced Mode. Like here, So what's the difference between the express mode and the advanced mode? The difference between express mode and the advanced mode is that express mode is for the network already have DHCP server. So the NVR can get an IP address from the DH server directly. And the advanced mode, that means user can set up stacked IP address for this NVR. If a user can find any NVR in the installation wizard, please make sure you have turned off the Windows firewall. Due to sometimes the Windows firewall will block the NUUO installation wizard to find NVRs. So you may go to the control panel, System and Security, Windows Firewall, and turn Windows Firewall off. If the Windows Firewall has been closed, but you still can find the NVR, you may follow these steps to find your NVR. For example, for the NVR Mini 2, first, please shut down your NVR Mini 2, and then remove all hard drive from your NVR Mini 2, because sometimes the broken hard drive will cause the NVR can't boost out normal. Third, to turn on NVR Mini 2 and to do the reset to factory default, and then use the installation wizard, try to find the NVR Mini 2 again. If still can find your NVR IP address by NUUO installation wizard, please download the Wireshark application. The Wireshark is a network packet analyzer. A network packet analyzer will try to capture network packets and tries to display that packet data as detailed as possible. So we need to do this is to capture the packets and try to get your NVR IP address information from these packets. You may download the Wireshark by this link. And before you use Wireshark, please connect your PC and NVR by network cable directly. And if you have connect with the wireless, please turn off it. We need to do is just make your network simple, and to let Wireshark only get the packet between your PC and the NVR. After installed Wireshark complete, please turn off your NVR first, and then open the Wireshark and select Interface List and select your Ethernet card, and press the star to start capture a packet. Then turn on your NVR, and you will see the broadcast the ARP protocol packet. And there will show the NVR's IP address. Okay, let's go to the second topic, is dual RAN scenario. For the NVR hardware supports dual RAN function, you may refer to this slide. First, both the 1-bay and 8-bay NVR solo supports dual RAN, and the NVR Mini 2 only the 4-bay model supports dual RAN. And all of Titan NVR series and the Crystal Titan NVR series supports dual RAN function. So why we need dual LAN function? For example, if you work in the IT department and need to set up IP cameras and NVR, but you don't want other users to connect with your IP camera directly due to change the IP camera's parameter. So you can let the NVR LAN 1 connect with the IP camera and have the same network segment for the example like 192.168.1.x. And the other user only can connect with the NVR to see the live view page. So we use the LAN to connect with other users to separate the network with the LAN 1. So the NVR can provide two network connections. The LAN 1 for connection with IP cameras only. So the NVR can get the video stream from the IP cameras and to do the recording. And the LAN 2 is only for client to connect to the NVR to see the camera's live view in the NVR. Okay, here is another example. We use the LAN 1 to access the internet. So the LAN 1 will go through router and then to the internet. So on the remote side, user can connect this NVR by internet to see the live view and the playback. And at the same time, the NVR LAN 2 is connected with the IP cameras by the local LAN. Also, in the local LAN, user can use the client application or access NVR web page directly. So the engineer only need to do port forwarding for this NVR, and he doesn't need to port forward each IP camera for remote user to see the IP camera's live view. There is another scenario. In this scenario, user use VPN to connect with the remote site. Please kindly note that the NVR only can select a LAN to go through the gateway. So we can let both LAN 1 and LAN 2 go through different gateway at the same time. In this scenario, also the VPN is via local LAN, but the NVR still need go through router first. Then connect with the remote site by the VPN. So we set up LAN 1 go through to router, then connect with the remote site. And the LAN 2 connect with the other local LAN. And in the NVR Solo and the NVR Mini to 4-bay model, you can decide which LAN port will go through to router then access to the internet. You may find the setting on the network setting and the setup page. And you will see that has internet interface. So you can decide which LAN port can access to the router. And in the Titan NVR and the Crystal Titan NVR, user needs to know that only the LAN 1 and can go through gateway. So the LAN 2 must connect in the local LAN. It means if you want to do the port forwarding, but you use the LAN to connect with your router, the remote side user will cannot connect with your NVR because it only can let LAN 1 go through to the router then to the internet. Okay, the last topic I will introduce the difference between the DNS and the DDNS. The domain name system we call the DNS is a standard technology for managing the name of the website and the other internet domains. DNS allow you to type name into your web browser like www.nuuo.com, and the DNS will automatically find that address on the internet. A key element of the DNS is worldwide correlation of the DNS server. You can imagine that DNS server is like a phone book for the internet. If you know a person's name but don't know their telephone number, you can simply look it up in a phone book. The DNS provides this same service to the internet. Any computer registry to join the domain name system. A DNS server contains a database of networks names and the IP address for other internet hosts. For example, the user like to access www.nuuo.com and what is this IP address? So the computer will connect with the DNS server to ask what is the www.nuuo.com's IP address. And then the DNS server will tell the user the IP address of www.nuuo.com is 54.251.168.69. Okay, so the user can connect to the NUUO website by this IP address. Okay, if user didn't set up primary DNS in the NUUO NVR, the NUUO NVR will not know the real IP address of the SMTP server. Also the NUUO license server. So if you didn't input the primary DNS in your NVR, this NVR will not to send the email. And also you cannot activate the license on the NUUO license server. So before you want to use the email function, please make sure you have input the primary DNS in your NVR networking setting. Okay, the next is dynamic DNS service. It's used to keep a domain name pointing to the same computer or server connected to the internet despite the fact that the IP address of the computer keeps changing. Unlike DNS that only work with static IP address, the DDNS is designed to also support a dynamic IP address of public IP address, such as those assigned by DHCP server. That makes DDNS a good fit for home networks, which often receive dynamic public IP address from their internet provider that occasionally change. Okay, for example, If the remote user want to connect with the NVR in the home, so the remote user will connect with the NVR by the domain name. So, but the NVR will update its IP address by every 1 hour to the DDNS service. So the DDNS service provider will provide the currency of NVR's IP address to the remote site user. So then the remote site user can connect with the NUUO NVR directly. And NUUO NVR supports DDNS, and you may find it in the network setup and the DDNS setup tab to enable dynamic domain name server function. And currently the NUUO NVR supports DYN DNS and the DT DNS, these two providers. If you want to use the DDNS, please go to these two providers and register your account. Then update, key in your username, password, and the host name in this page. Then the NVR will sync the IP address and the domain name with these two providers. Okay, we will take 5 minutes break, and if you have any questions, please input in the question panel.